Now we're cooking. I'm Jonathan Coachman. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, running back Dalvin Cook. He's back and coming off a big game a weekend ago, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Minnesota Vikings. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building. And just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They come in pretty desperate here for a win as they've started the year 0-5.
And it seems way too early to start talking about hot seats. But guess what? When a team is 0-5, people start wondering about their jobs.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And last week they put together a 3-touchdown victory and were never challenged in that game. Let's see if they have a little bit of a letdown here.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. Deshaun Kaiser, the former Notre Dame man, will lead his troops onto the field.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
A good game there on first down. That run will get him 7 up to the 32-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now a run with Cook, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. From the gun, Kaiser lets it fly for Thielen. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox.
Let's get this all day.
Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards. Wentz. But that's complete to Sanders. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Wentz now to throw. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. It's caught by Sanders. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Here's Wentz to throw. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on fourth, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Momentum. That's caught at the 25. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 41 yards.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
Got a man. It's Brown. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down. They'll run with Cook. Still, and he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And it's now a 7-0 game. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wentz, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards. Now Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. Now Wentz. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. And this is a guy who last week not only helped his real team, but really helped a lot of fantasy teams. 3 trips to pay dirt. They've got to contain it.
And watching him plays like going to lunch with you when you order that combo plate, right? In this case, his combo plate is he can go over the top of you and catch it in front, turn it into a big game, run past you, and then uses his size and his physical abilities to keep you away from the football. Hard to defend this guy.
Reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Richard Rodgers, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6. Elliott good with a PAT, and we are tied at 7. So this drive spans 7 plays. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. 7-7, our score after 1. Third and short yardage, Kaiser. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Cook running right. Oh, what a juke into space. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings have taken the lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Here's Bailey now for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Well, later tonight, we have more football, Sunday night football, a good one out west. Steelers and Chargers might see equal amounts of black and gold mixed with a powder blue in the stands for that one. And then tomorrow, Monday night football, Detroit and Green Bay battle in the NFC North from Lambeau Field. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Wentz going to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 37. Throwing is Wentz. Ertz has it left side. That one goes for 30 yards.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Elliott now to add the extra point. Now we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Kaiser. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A sack by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Here we go, D.
Kaiser now. He completes it to Treadwell. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
On play action, Kaiser. He's going deep for Brown. And that is incomplete. So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Here's Jackson. And call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Zach Ertz and the rest of the Eagles offense set to take over. And we roll the highlights of the game he's had. You know, when we talk about wide receivers and how you shut them down, what about when you have a tight end like this having a game? How do you stop him defensively?
It really changes what you're trying to do, because defensively, you're worried more about the wideouts. Okay, how are we going to cover them? The running backs, how are you going to shut them down? But the tight end is that elusive, unique player. Linebacker covering, quarterback covering, safety covering him. Always has the advantage. Usually has final answer against anyone who tries to defend him.
12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down. And Sanders has got it complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. To throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. Sanders has it over the middle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. This pass complete, wins to Ertz, and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle 1st down. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. To throw is Wentz. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Stephen Weatherly. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wentz.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game, because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. Now, he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help. And I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score. And sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, and he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through the air as much. Kaiser now to throw on 1st down. This will be caught by Brown. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. $10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I remember the first time I saw Dalvin Cook play in college. I was watching him on TV, called a scouting friend of mine and said, "Who is this guy? He's special." And he said, "Dude, you're watching a home run hitter on the field."
Yeah, he was special in Tallahassee. Left Florida State their all-time leader in rushing yards and touchdowns. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This from 44 yards away. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it. And that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
All day, baby. Let's go.
So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. 27-0, the final score. From there, we head down to the Sunshine State to check on the Jaguars at home in Jacksonville. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Saints in that one. Drew Brees at it again, 3 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And you can see they lead the visiting Houston Texans at halftime. Damian Williams, a touchdown run in that first half. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Cotton and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Wentz. Over the middle, complete. That's Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Wide open receiver, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Wentz. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. To throw, it's Wentz. And he's got it. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Wentz now to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl tight end Zach Ertz, the intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal. Wentz now on 3rd and goal. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz as his guys are able to regain the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Wentz's pass complete to Richard Rodgers. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Elliott good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
17.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Again, it's Cook. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Boy, what would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Carson Wentz, along with his offense, heading back out there for their next possession. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the third quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Here's Wentz to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're going going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Everson Griffin showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. After the sack on first down, Wentz, and taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. From the red zone now, Wentz. This is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Carson Wentz with touchdown pass number 4 on the afternoon. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
Brandon, is there any way you and I can join this quarterback in the zone he's in? He's absolutely feeling it. Touchdown after touchdown, throwing the ball.
Elliott on for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14.
Next to score, Eagles 31, Vikings 17.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly.
And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They'll throw here. Kaiser. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Fletcher Cox in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. So a tough spot for Kaiser. The sack, and now it's 3rd and long. A give to Cook out of the gun. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Kaiser on 4th down. He'll let it go deep for Foster. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, the rookie from Florida. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, a 22. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Wentz. And that's complete to Sanders. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Wentz going to throw. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Elliott now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive, 4 plays. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Cook. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They run it again with Cook. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
To throw, Kaiser. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. Flashed the stick skills but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Kaiser. Open man, once again, it's Thielen. Here's Kaiser. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Robert Foster, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. To throw again. Kaiser. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. After the play, not a good sign. Dalvin Cook staying on the ground. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, y'all.
Kaiser yet again. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Cravon LeBlanc with a pick. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And checking the timeouts. They do have two defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that.
Go. 280.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 25 yards that time. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. It's caught inside the 25. Last play they went over 20 yards. This time they topped 30. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. Letting one go deep for the end zone. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. And once more, he was looking for Alshon Jeffrey. That'll bring up 2nd down. Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. And this is caught at the 8. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Eagles, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Big D to take on the Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, the downward spiral continues as they drop to 0-6 now. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.